guys, welcome back to Cody's Crafting Corner. I'm Cody, this is my corner. Let's get crafting. This episode, we're gonna be making some fun fall-themed gift baskets. My cousin likes to give people gift baskets for like different holidays, so I thought I'd take a little page out of her book and give it a try myself. And you might be thinking, Cody, there's no holidays in September. And to that, all I have to say is, get out of here with that negativity. Nobody asked for that. Truth be told, it took me a long time to appreciate fall. It used to always like make me really uncomfortable, even though I loved things like Halloween and sitting out by the bonfire and like fun clothes. But for me, it was always just a herald for winter is coming. And as a Floridian with thin blood, I'm just not built for the cold. It just doesn't bring me joy. So I encourage you to make a nice little gift basket of your own and gift it to some warm weather loving friend of yours to give them a nice happy hello to fall. So once you've come up with the theme for your gift basket, ours is fall, that'll help inform you of things like what to put in it and what color palettes to use, all that stuff. So we're gonna do a standard fall color palette with ecru's and wood tones and our oranges and reds and a nice pop of like a deep green, because who doesn't love a nice foresty emerald green? So I got a couple of these raw wood rings to use as coasters, but to make them our own, we're going to Mod Podge some flat decorative leaves on top of them, just to give them a little bit of something something. It's not gonna take a lot, so just put on a nice thin coat on the back side or the underside of your leaf. A nice thin coat of Mod Podge is gonna take about 20 minutes to dry. Once you have your nice Mod Podge layer on there, grab your little wood coaster and center it in the middle. If anything hangs off, you can either flatten it around the edge, or you can just leave it and you can cut it off later, or you could even just have it stick out off the coaster a little bit if you want more of that non-round look to it. Once your leaf is pressed down on the little wooden coaster, go ahead and take your brush and brush on a layer of Mod Podge on top of it as well. You really want to saturate the fabric of that leaf. It'll help get some of the crinkles out of it. And then once you've gotten it good and really saturated with that Mod Podge, you can use your finger to just help keep it flat. Spread it out, make it nice and even. Gently keep using your fingers over it until it sort of conforms to your will and lays flat against the coaster. And then once it's like pretty good, you can set something glass or something non-porous on top of it just a little bit to give it some pressure, but that when you try to pull it off, it's not gonna stick more to the thing than the coaster. A good coat of Mod Podge is gonna take at least 20 minutes to dry, so we're gonna go wash our hands, set these aside, and move on to our next part. So I already mentioned that it was kind of hypocritical that fall for a long time was a sense of anxiety for me, even though I liked all the things about fall. My favorite dessert is the fall favorite of a s'more, sitting around a campfire, putting the marshmallows on the stick, melting it with the chocolate, getting it all over your fingers. It's just so satisfying. So I was thinking I'll put ingredients for s'mores into the gift basket to give to my special fall friend. I couldn't get any of the like jumbo size s'more marshmallows. In fact, there was only one bag of s'mores left in the entire store, and so I don't know if we're going through like a marshmallow shortage or something, but I am not amused. So all I have are these tiny ones. So whoever makes these s'mores is either gonna have to like machine gun like thousands of little tiny s'mores onto one skewer and then just pull them off like a barbecue. What's that thing called? Where you like put things on a skewer? Kebab. Like a marshmallow kebab. Or you could just make them in the microwave and just pile them on top, either way. It is almost impossible to know how many marshmallows to give someone when they're these little tiny ones. Like when you're making hot cocoa, I swear it's either like I have no marshmallow in my hot cocoa, or I have like a seeping stew of fluff mixed with some chocolate. So a good test is you put one in the bag and one in your mouth. And one in the bag and one in your mouth. And then when you cannot eat anymore, that's when you clearly reached your marshmallow limit. Fuzzy bunny. Apparently this is the right amount of marshmallows. So we're gonna fill up about 3/4 of the way with our little like corrugated, shredded paper party stuff. No, my magic leaf. And then we're gonna set aside all of our materials. We have our chocolate and our marshmallows and our graham crackers. After it's been about 20 minutes, go ahead and put another coat of that Mod Podge over your fall leaf coaster concoction. Make sure you're using just a crappy, any old kind of brush. Once you use it for Mod Podge, you're probably not gonna use it anymore. I mean, you can just like, I don't know, you can wash it out. I'm just hesitant to use anything that I'd be fond of with Mod Podge. So I just use, again, my cheapy little sponge brushes. And make sure you're keeping these layers nice and thin. So if you try to tie a bow the same way that you tie your shoelace bow, it's always gonna be crooked. So the secret is to tie the same bow as a bow tie bow. And I'll go over that right now. So cut your length of ribbon, put it around the lip of your basket, pretend my neck is a basket lip, and make one end slightly longer than the other. Take that longer end, and it's the one that's gonna go on top. So this is still the longer. And then just like when you start a knot on your shoe, just cross it under, so you have a simple little knot, and then take that tall one and just put it off to the side. You're not gonna need it. So take your shorter one and just press it up just like this. So it's kind of like you're making that first half of your bow. Take that long piece that you had here that's just hanging out and just let it come straight down. So we have this. So with this in one hand and this in the other, pull them together like this. And as you pull away, it's gonna create this little tiny loop. So you'll take this longer edge that you've pulled down, find that loop, found it, push it through with your thumb, and then grab that half the bow on that side and the other half on this side and pull. And we have our nice little bow that is not gonna like slant as we gift it to our friends. So when you're done, just to make sure that it's even, pull down your little ribbon pieces so that they hang down, has that nice little gift look to it, and cut the tail so that they're the same length. And voila, you have a perfectly symmetrical bow. Okay, now that we've assembled all of our separate parts, it's time to put them in the basket. So we're gonna put our graham crackers in the back because they are the most neutral palette color, which is also like almost the same color as our basket, and they're super tall. And then right in front of them will be our Hershey bar, because it's also super tall, but is more of a color that we want to accent because the brown isn't anywhere else in our piece. And then we're gonna take our two coasters and put them in front of that. And then our little baggie of marshmallows right in front of that. And you can put whatever you want in these gift baskets, anything that you think that person might really like. I happen to know that the person receiving this gift basket really likes cold beverages and s'mores. Thanks for joining me, guys. I am Cody, this is my corner, and we crafted today. Bye!